everybody, this is Tina from Two Chicks and a Cricut, and I wanted to do a little video about my Cricut binder that I've created. So I made the front of it. I did the little Cricut bug I did with the George cartridge. And if you want instructions on how to do that, you can just send us an email at twochickscricut@live.com. And so this is where I keep all of my Cricut information. As I started accumulating cartridges, I found that I really needed a place to keep all of the information. So when you open it up, I also made these tabs because I have everything in page protectors. And the page protectors stick out a little farther than regular tabs. So if you can see right here, it's just a regular divider. And then I just covered it in paper and I made a tab right here. So the way you would make that tab, I'll show you real quick. With a piece of scrap paper, you would just take your tab. I never realized how to do this. How funny. Just this simple little thing. And I just fold it in half. And then you have your little tab. So then you would just staple the bottom on and write it, and then just staple it to your divider. So my binder starts out with all of my cartridges. Like this is my Animal Kingdom cartridge, and this is what the back of the box would be. So I can see, if you look, we'll zoom in really quick. You can see that right here it shows me what special features are on this particular cartridge. So lots of times when you're doing a project, I don't like to go over and get my cartridges off the wall. I have them on on shelves on the wall, and I don't like to go get them and look at the back of the box and figure out what's going on. So this is a real easy way that I can just pull this binder out, look at this cartridge, and then see what special features. And I know Wendy keeps her cartridges in a clip it up way to organize it. So she doesn't even have the boxes anymore. So I made a binder for her a couple months back, and this is very helpful for her. The other thing that I do is this right here is information about my Animal Kingdom cartridge. So let me see if I can zoom in again. So each cartridge, after the picture of the cartridge, back of the box, then I put just information about the cartridge that I've gathered. Like this is, because that's an Animal Kingdom cartridge, this is a couple little tips on how to make the animals cuter. Like this says, for the snake, add a button to the tail and ribbon or elastic to the tongue. So it's just some cute ideas on how to use that cartridge or fun things to do with that cartridge. This page is lists of sounds and sayings on the cartridge, and then I just have some silly sayings like good morning, MOO morning. So if you're using a cow. So this is just some fun stuff that I like to do with the cartridges, so I have it. So I do that with all of my cartridges, and then for the letters or for my fonts, I just do a double page. So I just do 2 on 1 page. Like Beyond Birthday and Celebrations isn't anything exciting, so I just do 2 to a page. So that's the first part of my binder. So then the second part of my binder is, if you're familiar with our blog, you know that we do a list for our cartridges. So that's the next part of my binder. It's a list of my Cricut cartridges, and then I have a list of Wendy's Cricut cartridges. I have another list that is Wendy's Cricut cartridges. So, and then she has the same thing in her binder, because oftentimes we'll buy cartridges for each other. So this is a really easy way for us to know what the other person has. And then there's some little stars by the cartridges that we want. And then I have the cartridges broke down, like font cartridges are first, classmate cartridges, solution cartridges. I also have on this list which ones are retired, which cartridges come with which machine, like Georgian Basic Shapes comes with the little Cricut. The school book cartridge comes with the Expression. The Pink Journey cartridge comes with the Pink Expression. So this is just a basic way to have the information for all the cartridges out there. Has the lists, the Cricut Circle, the Creative Memory cartridges, the Cricut Light cartridges. And if you're interested in getting that list, you can also just email us and I will be happy to send that to you. So the very next part of I have another divider, and the very next part of my binder is the Cricut cheat sheet by Alpha. Now, once you start getting a lot of Cricut cartridges, it becomes quite a chore to remember exactly what is on which cartridge, and I have found that I even will think that I don't have something, and in reality, I have a cartridge that has something on it. I did this with a camera. I was sure that I did not have any cartridges that had a camera, and I found out that I have one on Going Places. So this is how it works. It's in an Excel document, and it is by, I did not do this. I just found this online a while back, and it's quite a large document. It is, right now it's up to like 80 something pages, and it's by, I'll put the website up on the screen, but it's just a scrapandblogspot.com, and this lady, Linda Scott, does this and keeps it updated. It's up to 80 something pages right now. It was just updated in July. I don't have that updated version yet. My pages are only 61 pages, so I was just looking at the new version of it. And so it lists the shapes, like if you're looking for, well, it lists everything. It lists the alphabets, the phrases, what cartridges they come on, and then shapes. So if you're looking for, like, let's say you're looking for a butterfly. So it will tell you right here, it'll list butterfly, and then it'll list all the cartridges that have a butterfly on them. So you can see butterfly is on Designer Calendar, Ashley's Alphabet, Graphically Speaking, Hannah Montana, Happily Ever After, and then you can easily go to your cartridge and find whichever one you're looking for. So that is one of my favorite parts of that, and I am part of there's a group on Yahoo that is the cheat sheet, the Cricut cheat sheet group, and I go there to get the updated versions, and they have some other cheat sheets that I have that I like to keep. So if you want that information, you can just go ahead and send me an email. And also, if you're interested in putting one of these binders together and you have any questions, just email me. I'm happy to answer them. So the very next part of my binder is, I call it the Technic Corner, and lots of times in the Cricut newsletters and stuff, or, I just come across information online, and so I started putting that together. And it's just useful techniques in regards to your Cricut. And I also use this to teach classes because I'm just getting into teaching Cricut classes. So I also use this binder for that. And some of the techniques are just like, I have how to reset your machine, and I got that information somewhere, probably on the message board or in a newsletter. I know I had to do that once with my baby bug, and they walked me through it when I called ProvoCraft. Some of the other ones are just like cutting blades, questions that I have found answers to about cutting blades. And then I have a little speed adjustment chart, which is just, it's approximately what you're going to use your speeds and pressure and blade depth for. And then the very next part of my binder is a tips for using your Cricut. So this, I just have some really fun information about the Cricut. I have like blade life and like using the deep cutting blade and information about that. And then I just have like some fun sayings, like my Cricut is a real cut up. I have on on the front of this binder, I have one that says, that came from this list. It says, with my Cricut, I will scrap until I die cutting. So just little fun things like that. Some of this has like the buttons, how to use the different buttons, information that I found about that, tips that I've discovered, Cricut mats, how to, restick those. And like I said, I use this, I'll be using this when I teach classes. So that information comes in handy. So then the next part is just like tips. Like this is, a tip on how to make your paper dolls sit. So it's instructions. So anytime I come across that, this over here, I just have some pictures of some faces. So if I'm trying to do paper dolls or animals, I just have a quick guide. And then the very back of this, I got from Above Rubies, that website. I'll find that website and put it up as well. And this is every kind of paper you can imagine. It'll tell you the brand, Bow Bunny Designer, and then it'll tell you what shape you're like if you're cutting a basic shape and a basic size, you're going to use what kind of blade, what depth, what speed, and what pressure to get a good cutting result. I haven't used this very much, but it is something that is handy, especially if you're working with some paper that you're not familiar with. This is a great tool to have. I kind of know my Cricut, so I don't necessarily use it a lot, but it is good to have. So then again, back here is just some tips on, animal faces, just a reference. So that is my Cricut binder. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. So just shoot me an email. And I'll try to answer those. So thanks, guys, for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.